Welcome to 3D Amazon FBA. Today I'm going to tell you guys how you can make some extra Q4 money selling stuff you got at home on Amazon. Before we get into it, make sure you guys like, subscribe to the channel. Share this channel with anybody else you know that sells on Amazon or is interested in selling on Amazon. I'd really appreciate it. All right, so this is something I've been doing the last 3 or 4 days. I definitely did it during Black Friday weekend. Those of you who've been watching my channel for a while know I collect pops. I have a ton of pops, like 450 pops probably. And, I don't even have enough shelves for them all. So I was like, you know what, now's the best time to clear some of these out. And I'm going to go through and see what I got is valuable. And I've actually sold some for way more than they're valued at. For pops specifically, Amazon, they're all priced more than proper book value. They sell for more than even on eBay. And I'll show you an example of a pop that I had for my collection. I really didn't want to sell it. And it was going for $67. And I was like, oh my goodness, I want that money more than I want this pop. So I went on eBay and I looked and I was like, holy crap, I could buy it for $25 on eBay, which is current book value. And I sold it for $67 within a day. It sold yesterday, on Cyber Monday. And, so I'm coming up like $20 on this one pop. After I repurchased the one, I actually got it for $23. So I want to give you guys some examples of stuff I got around the house. So I went around my pops. This one I won't sell. This one's actually, I think, is really cool, is Knapsack Jason. So I went through some of my pops that just weren't that important to me, or that I was just curious what they were going for. So this one here is going for $37 on Amazon. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it's going for $37 on Amazon. Personally, Knapsack Jason, I think, is the best looking Jason. That's just my opinion. Not very many people share it, so I will not get rid of this pop for $37. So, but still, if you don't really care that much, or you need money, or you want to grow your business, get rid of something like this. Might be something that you're interested in doing. So, you can go through and list it, merchant fulfilled. If you just hit list here on the bottom, and then it takes you to the next screen, and you just hit this blue button right here, which will automatically match the lowest price. If you're selling merchant fulfilled, most of the time you do need to go with that highest price. You want it new condition. If it's like a video game, sorry, it's hard to tell. You want to grade your stuff, whether it's like new or whatever. Like I have a copy of Super Smash Brothers. It's something that's an older generation. Might be harder to find, and people might buy it on Amazon. So this one, there's a little bit of scuffs on there. It has some Amazon return stickers, because I bought this from somebody on Facebook a couple of years ago. So you want to grade it accordingly. If it has instructions and they're missing, you want to make sure that's on there as well. And then right here, you select this top one that says, I will sell this myself, or send this out myself. So you want to make sure you are pricing it over shipping. Like pops, like $5 a ship. Depending on where they are, they're usually $4 to $5, somewhere in that range to the post office. Video games are closer to $4. Like I just sold a game I got through on Black Friday, Resident Evil Village. They were selling for $20. Sold it for $37. So after fees and shipping, I'll probably make like $5. Not a huge win, but a win's a win. So I bought a few. I was going to sell those specifically. I was going to send them into FBA because I don't think the price is really going to drop. But I don't have nothing else to send with it, and I don't want to spend $5 to ship 2 copies of a game, because that's all they were letting you buy online. I'd spend $5 to make 15, so I was just like, I'll just sell it from the house, get rid of it. So that is the process for listing something to sell it from your house. I'm going to just go over to Inventory Lab, and I'm going to show you guys some examples of stuff that I've sold over this past weekend. All right, so now here we are at Inventory Lab. So let me scroll up all the way. So I want to go over some stuff that I have sold. So first, like I said, they were Funko Pops. And this is an example. If you got video games, if you've got movies that you just don't watch or don't really care about, these are things that you should be looking at getting rid of. And again, you can do this on eBay as well. I just choose Amazon because they sell for the highest amount. So here's like a Looney Tunes Sylvester dressed up as Batman. So I bought this because I flipped a bunch of these too a year or so ago at FYE. So, I paid $10.64. I used Inventory Lab, went to FBA sales, and I looked up this specific item. So I know I paid $10.64 each. So I made $6.03. This one I hated to sell, Smokey and the Bandit. And this is the Bandit with his Trans Am. If you haven't seen this movie, I recommend it. I actually was watching this when my oldest son, he's 20 years old now, when his mom was in labor with him. I was watching this movie, or we were watching the movie while, because they induced labor and all that stuff. So this movie is near and dear to my heart. But it sold for $75. So I couldn't remember where I bought it from, so I just put $35. The Funko Pops, the Funko Pop rides, they go for $30. I know I bought it at retail. I probably bought it at the Funko shop in Hollywood because I couldn't find any receipts on it, and I know that's probably where I bought it. But you can see I put $35 buy cost, and my profit was $16.56. So I decided that this pop wasn't worth $50 to me because I'm getting this money back from Amazon after shipping and shipping and my fees to Amazon. Excuse me. Jeepers Creepers. This is one I was talking about. This one was an exclusive to FYE, and again, I sold a bunch of these when they first came out. So this one here sold it for $67.90. And I'm getting back, just say $57 and change from Amazon. And then as soon as this one sold, I went and bought another one on eBay. It came to $25 after tax. So I'm going to have the same pop that I have now. I do run the risk that the one I get gets damaged by the post office or something. But I decided it wasn't worth $56 to have this one in my collection. The money was better for me. This is some candy that Amazon decided was hazmat that I had bought before. This was actually kind of a headache. Is I bought it before we were allowed to send in meltables. They let me send it in, and then they would not have the listing go live. So I took it back, and I'm just selling it because I have like 15 bags of this. So I ended up taking a 29-cent loss on it. But at least I'm getting some of my money back is how I'm looking at it. So this was a Kurt Cobain Pop. One of my favorite musicians is Kurt Cobain. I had 2 copies of this one, and I bought it for $25 about a year ago at a sidewalk sale downtown. And it's from a reputable store that sells pops. There's a store that specializes in pops here, and he was part of the sidewalk sale. And I know the guy pretty good, so it cost me $25. I sold it for $84. And my profit after that expense is $41.42. So again, that's $66.42 of a pop that I didn't really care to have 2 of. And this one's only worth like $50. And see, and that's what's crazy on Amazon. The Jeepers Creepers pop is valued at $25. The Trans Am is valued at about $50, roughly. The Sylvester one I think is valued at like $15 or something like that. And I'm selling them for bigger prices. Now, the Jeepers Creepers one was a sales rank at like 300,000. That's why I listed it so quick, is because it's Christmas time. And at least the first Jeepers Creepers movie was good. The other ones were kind of but the first one was actually a really good movie. And to continue, I sold the Jeffersons, George and Louise Jefferson. This one I got on clearance at Target like a year ago for $7. I remember. So I was pretty excited that they even had any on clearance. And again, I decided that this $25 was worth more to me than that pop. And then that pop didn't really fit my collection anymore as I'm trying to downsize. So, I was really happy to sell that. And again, this all sold in like 1 or 2 days. And then the last one here is from Silicon Valley. So I was really excited to sell this one. I bought it for $8. There's one of the Silicon Valley pops that's worth like $50. And quite frankly, I just didn't want to pay the $50 for it. So I figured the 3 that I have, I would just sell. And this one I bought at 8 at that same pop shop I was talking about before for $32. And, so I'm getting $33 back, or $23 back, excuse me, after all my fees and stuff. So that was actually really cool to sell as well. So actually, I've sold a couple more in here last week. I have a Scooby-Doo Pop, and again, I'm getting rid of my animated ones. They don't really fit what I'm doing. So, I sold this for $19.95. Peanuts, again, Peanuts is really cool, but I'm not keeping my my cartoon ones anymore. So I got this, I think it was either FYE or Barnes & Noble, but I still got $25 for it. I sold a Marilyn Manson Pop. I used to listen to him a lot when I was a kid, so I got it. And he doesn't really fit my collection much anymore. So I paid $13.53 from Hot Topic. So I sold it and I made $7 profit on that one. Looney Tunes Lola Bunny, I made about $5 profit. And again, I've had these in my collection for like a year or two. So you can make money selling stuff around the house. If you need capital, you're wanting to maximize what you're doing, this is a great way to do it. I probably got about 10 or 12 more listed. I might go through some more when I get a chance. But make sure you're going through your stuff at home. You could be making money on stuff you quite frankly don't care about anymore. So that's what I've got for you guys today. Make sure you guys like and subscribe to the channel. Thank you for watching.